start a homestead, everybody loves to tell you that you're gonna start losing chickens. It's just
part of the process.
hawks, raccoons, coyotes, they all want a free meal, right? But check this out. I've had this flock for 1 year already, and I haven't lost a single bird yet. So today, I'm gonna show you the setup that has kept these girls 100% safe. No blueprints, no expensive prefab kit. I built this whole coop out of scrap and recycled wood. Total cost, maybe a couple $100. See, most people, they tend to drop 500 to a couple $1,000 on a fancy dancy chicken coop before they even buy their first bird. But if you're trying to build something real out here, you gotta use what you have. This is all leftover lumber. Scraps from other builds that we did around the property, a little bit of recycled wood from the wood shop. Now, it's not gonna win any beauty contest, but predators, they don't care about aesthetic, they care about access. Predators are lazy. They want an easy meal. So if you can make it hard enough, they tend to just move on. You see, the secret here is that this run is secured all the way throughout. Top, the bottom, the sides, we want no gap. Because if there's a weak point, trust me, nature will find it. For example, check this out, a gap that you don't want. We'll get to fixing that soon here, but essentially, what I'm gonna wanna do is grab some more wire and dig a little bit more deeper than I originally had. And then we'll bend that wire outward, kind of like a skirt, thus preventing things to be able to dig underneath. I originally only dug probably like a couple, 2 to 3 inches underneath and buried the wire, because if you don't dig deep enough, critters can get under there. And also, chickens are pretty darn smart. They can dig and crawl through underneath that. And to tell you what did this, we actually had a mouse dig under here and get into the run with the chickens. Roll the clip real quick. Girls, what do you got going on here? Oh, that little poor guy, you done messed up, dude. You done messed up, man. You guys get a little snackaroo? A little snacky poo? You tried coming into your domain and didn't let that happen. Got swapped by 3 velociraptors. Now, luckily, it was just a little tiny mouse, and the chickens, they handled their business. They murdered that thing. I came out here the other day. Okay. I came outside the other day, came into the run to check on the girls, and I literally saw a dead mouse just laying smack dab in the middle of this run here. You gotta remember, these things are like little tiny velociraptors. So at the end of the day, little tiny rodents and stuff like that, for the most part, chickens they'll be able to protect themselves. A little mouse isn't gonna hurt them none. You just definitely do not wanna have any kind of access for big predators to get up underneath. Something like a raccoon, even a possum, could probably take out a chicken. But all in all, these chickens, they're pretty safe. Let me show you exactly why. This guy right here is our 100-pound security system out here on the farm. Ain't you, old boy? You see, any predator that even thinks about crossing any property line, you gotta get through him first. Now, luckily in my area, my whole perimeter is fenced in. As you can see, we got wall all around us. So at the end of the day, in my sake, I'm lucky because it's pretty hard for a predator to get in here. Now they can. I have came out at night and I've seen possums running along the wall here, right? But again, they got to answer to this guy to try to get anywhere near these chickens. And the chances of that happening, pretty slim. But here's the reality though. You can't rely entirely on a dog patrolling right now. He's patrolling. But you can't totally rely on a dog, right? I mean, we know that. Especially if you're on a bigger homestead with multiple acres and maybe a couple of barbed wire fences. You know, you don't have the luxury of having a wall all the way around your property, right? Our dogs, they're great deterrents. But at the end of the day, we can't 100% only rely on our guardians to keep everything safe. Now, I do let my chickens free roam occasionally around the yard, not too much because I don't want them destroying the property. But when I'm out working and the dog's out around, we do let them come out and free range a little bit, hang out for about an hour or so. But most of the time, they sit in this run here, which is 100% safe, minus the little hole we got. But our guardian here, definitely not gonna let anything inside of this run. And if it's a little rodent, chickens got that all day. Now, because I built this all pretty much out of scrapped and recycled wood, it's 100% modular. What I mean by that is if a piece rots or breaks, I just take it off and screw on a new piece right in its place. But more importantly, this run right here is the engine for this entire homestead. The chickens, they stay safe inside of here, which means they consistently produce manure all day long. And that manure goes right into this compost. And then the compost feeds the garden. And then the garden scraps, it feeds the chickens. It's a closed loop. And this scrap wood box, it's what protects the entire cycle. So if you've been holding off on getting some chickens just because you think that you might need to build a big, fancy, expensive setup, stop. And look around at what you might have. Find a little bit of scrap wood, get some heavy-duty hardware cloth, and build yourself a box. It just has to be secure. A year later, maybe $100, $200 spent on building this frame, and 0 birds lost. Now that's how you build a homestead right there. So I hope this has inspired you to maybe take that next step into this lifestyle and the homesteading journey. If you've been wanting to get chickens and you're unsure exactly what to do, have no fear. That's what I'm here for. Help dumb it down a bit and help you realize that you really don't need a lot. Start small. I only got 3 birds. This is my first year. We're about to start expanding more. Don't forget to hit that sub button and that like button. We're dropping videos like this every week. Just a simple homestead journey from a first generation, showing you the truth about this lifestyle. So thank you all for tuning into the channel. Thank you all for watching another video here on Moondog's Homestead Adventures. I'll see y'all next week. Peace.